In the United States in the 19th century, manifest destiny was the widely held belief that American settlers were destined to expand across the continent. Manifest destiny inspired the American settlers to travel westward to look for new land. In this painting, manifest destiny is shown as the angel of the United States leading civilization westward while putting up new technology on their way there. The annexation of Alaska started when the United States acquired Russian America from the Russian Empire in 1867. Following the Union victory in the Civil War, Russia and the U.S. re-entered negotiations in the beginning of March of 1867. The negotiations concluded after an all-night session with the signing of the treaty at 4 a.m. on March 30th, 1867, with a purchase price set at $7.2 million. On February 15th, 1898, the USS Maine sank in the Havana harbor after suffering a massive explosion. On April 20th, 1898, war was declared on Cuba. The first battle between American and Spanish forces was at Manila Bay. On December 10th, 1898, the Treaty of Paris was signed, putting a stop to the war. The U.S. gained the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico from the Cubans.
Louisiana Purchase took place in 1803. This was done under the presidency of Thomas Jefferson. What happened is America bought land from France, and it was about 828,000 square miles. And this cost up to $15 million at the time, which was fairly cheap, but still pretty expensive. And this was the idea of manifest destiny, so we could move west and be able to keep expanding and being able to grab more things and be able to farm more and do a lot more things out west and not have as big cities as we do along the east, like New York and Boston. And then being able to expand west meant we could have more farms, more goods being produced, and more transportation out west. And this was really key for New Orleans, which was able to gain being able the head port of the Mississippi, which at the time was one of the biggest trade routes because it was across the entire United States, because the Mississippi was right where it's ended, right where the United States ended, where it became Spanish or French territory, because they fought over that land for a while, because Napoleon beat Spain for it, and he wanted money for it, and he's like, the United States is very interested in this land, and we're gonna sell it to them because we need money for my Napoleonness and being able to fight other countries. And so they sold it, and they gained current day Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, parts of Texas, parts of New Mexico, and many more states. And now we have this concept of we're moving west, and the Louisiana Purchase border ended right around where the Rockies started, right where the Rockies started. Alright, so when President Theodore Roosevelt, to be exact, was president, he was this great guy, loved to be outdoors. Everyone knows that because he's Theodore Roosevelt. And he got special permits from Panama to build a canal to connect the Pacific and the Atlantic. And at the time, this was amazing because you can get from San Francisco to New York 10 times faster. You don't have to go all around South America now. You can just cut through this canal that they're building. And he got special permits from this area of Panama to build the canal in southern Panama, I believe, to connect the Pacific to the Atlantic. This cut trade times between places like Japan, maybe in New York, or places like that, and it made it 10 times faster for people traveling by boat to get from San Francisco to New York or Boston, or to Maine if they wanted to come to Maine. It was just a great idea, and this spread the idea of manifest destiny by bringing people from America to build this canal and give them special residencies in the area of Panama so they could build this canal for everyone to use, not just America, everybody. And then also it spread it from like the political reasons. It's a canal, America's building it, they're getting money from special businesses and a bunch of other places in Panama to build a canal to connect Pacific Atlantic. That was the big idea. That was the political reason, to cut trade times, to be able to move from one place to another faster. and it was amazing. And then obviously it spread religion, and with the spread of religion, you know, we're spreading Christianity. It's the best. Everyone loves the Christianity because we're America. We love Christianity. You know, it's always been that way. But off that topic, Panama Canal, it was just Theodore Roosevelt, and it was also the first time the president had left the United States of America to see this, and it was just very amazing because no other president had done it before, and everyone was so scared, and the news was covering it very extreme because he's Theodore Roosevelt. He doesn't want to be in Washington. He doesn't want to just stay inside. He wants to go out and adventure, and that's what he was all about. But yeah, Panama Canal, Atlantic, Pacific, connected, cut times, everything. Great idea.